Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today I'm going to be going over the Lakers roster and pretty much how their rotation is going to look in this upcoming season. So what happened last season with the Lakers was they had a rotation of about 11 or 12 players. They went really deep into their bench. Last season, no one averaged more than 30 minutes per game, and I think this season will be much different. And I think this year Magic wants a little bit more of a youth movement. He'll want to play more important players for the future. He probably doesn't want to give very many minutes to anyone that isn't part of the plans for next season, when obviously they want two max salary players. And not only would they want to give minutes to their more important players for the future, I genuinely think they're not as deep this season as they were last season. So obviously the main player for this movement is Lonzo Ball. I think even though he's a rookie, he'll probably average about 32 minutes per game because of how hyped up he is and how much he played at UCLA and in the summer league. He'll probably get regular starting minutes. I know Ingram started off playing like 22 minutes per game off the bench, but I think Lonzo's a different type of rookie. I think he'll instantly impact how the Lakers play. Ingram needed to be a little bit more settled in as he moved into the NBA, but I think Lonzo's already ready to get his starting minutes and already affect the team right off the bat. So with Ingram's minutes, I actually think he'll be the leader in total minutes per game, but also he'll obviously be a leader on the floor. He'll definitely play about like 35 minutes. Last season he averaged 29 minutes per game. Ingram is really the only like true small forward on the roster that I think actually has a future with the Lakers, and he's obviously a centerpiece. Him and Lonzo will definitely be directing the Lakers' future, so it just makes sense for Ingram to play a big chunk of minutes this upcoming season. And with the new player KCP, he'll probably get like 34 minutes. That's about what he got in Detroit. I don't think they would shortcome KCP's minutes when he was an unexpected signing. He probably expected to re-sign with the Pistons, not going to mess around with his rotation spot, even though probably last season he wouldn't be given as many minutes. Even though the Lakers rotated a little bit differently last year, having like multiple guys in the guard positions, I think he'll rotate in and out with the starting group. And then with Randle and Lopez, they'll get their normal 30 minutes per game. I do think Randle is a starting power forward in this league. I don't think he'll ever find himself coming off the bench. Lopez will probably get regular chunk of minutes just like KCP. Whether he's part of the Lakers' future or not, I think Lopez is really here just to help Lonzo develop and give him a guy that can step out for a three-pointer. Nance will continue to be a valuable big off the bench. Definitely a glue guy for this up-and-coming Lakers roster. I think he is part of the Lakers' future. And Randle probably isn't, because Randle will demand a big contract, but I don't think Nance is really that kind of guy. Nance obviously has 2 years on his deal. Randle only has 1, so that's obviously a big part of who they decide to keep at the power forward position. Zubac could have potentially came into the season with regular starting minutes. Unexpectedly, the Lakers traded for Brook Lopez, so I think Zubac will just get 14 minutes per game, kind of playing the Tariq Black role. I think he's very similar to how Brook Lopez plays. Obviously, Brook Lopez brings a lot more scoring ability, and he's a much better defender. Zubac really has a lot to work on as a defender, but I think Nance will help him out in that aspect of his game. And the last player that I think will be in the rotation is Kyle Kuzma. I think he was the true star of the summer league for the Lakers. Lonzo Ball was obviously putting up triple doubles. You know, he was the MVP, but I think Kyle Kuzma is a really good player, and I definitely think he should get some rotation minutes. It might be hard to decide between him and some of the other small forwards or power forwards on the roster, but I think he'll find his way, and I think he can play the 3 because he's a very good defender and he can shoot from the 3-point line, even though Kuzma is a natural power forward. I don't think Josh Hart will play. I do think he can make an automatic impact in the NBA. I don't think they're going to start him off right away. I think Kuzma's better. It's really just based on who plays the backup 3 position. And with like Luol Deng, Corey Brewer, those guys are just on contract right now. They'll obviously look to trade Luol Deng. You know, he'll be collecting his checks on the bench, but they're not going to play Luol Deng over Kyle Kuzma. I mean, Kyle Kuzma's got a lot of upside, and they're really probably going to be similar quality, honestly. So there's really no point in playing Luol Deng. Thomas Bryant probably won't see the court very much. I mean, he will be available anytime there's some injuries, just like Josh Hart will be available when there's injuries. I don't think Thomas Bryant will find a rotation spot for a while. Now, in detail, the emphasis for the rotation has to be on Lonzo playing a lot with Brook Lopez. I think Lopez is the right kind of big that complements Lonzo's passing game. Lopez is really good at finishing inside, and he can also step out and shoot threes, like I said before. One of the starting guards will have to play in the second unit. In this case, I think it's going to be KCP because he's a lot more expendable, and despite being the perfect complement to Lonzo in terms of what he does and doesn't do well, someone's got to play in the second unit. Lonzo's a lot more impactful in how the Lakers are going to play, so Lonzo will definitely be playing with the starting unit more often than KCP will. KCP is more of a player that plays in the system but doesn't make the system. Clarkson will have to play a lot with Lonzo, which I think is fine. I mean, he's not a perfect match, but offensively, he can help Lonzo a lot. Clarkson will obviously do fine with Lonzo, and they could potentially even combo guard. Unfortunately, Kuzma probably won't get as much time with Lonzo as he did in the Summer League. Those two obviously build a really nice partnership, but with Ingram, with Julius Randle, Larry Nance, it'll be hard for Kuzma to get time on the floor. I think that's okay because Ingram also could build a good partnership with Lonzo. It doesn't necessarily have to be Kyle Kuzma playing. We're still yet to see what Ingram can do with Lonzo. Obviously, they had that really nice lob connection. It was Lonzo's first assist in the Summer League. Ingram will definitely be playing a lot more with Lonzo than Kuzma will. A lot of guys will have to sacrifice something in order to fit into this rotation. Lonzo generally makes everyone better. That's been the main focal point for why people wanted to draft him and why the Lakers wanted to draft him. So really, whenever he will be on the floor, whether it's the starting unit or if he's playing some minutes with the second unit, he'll make that team better. So that's why I feel like he will play a lot of minutes right off the bat. And he did play like 35 minutes in college, about 32 minutes in the Summer League, so it just makes sense in that way. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And also follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see some more NBA 2K content. But with that, I hope you'd enjoy, and thanks for watching.